All right, our last couple of examples for this lesson. Again, we're just going to be using our two formulas, our area formula and our circumference formula. Now, this time, they're going to give us the area and ask us for the circumference. Okay, so basically, we've just got to do kind of two problems. If they give us the area, we just learned in examples 7 and 8 how to find the radius. And then in the first 6 examples, we learned how to find the circumference or area. So this is just a two-step problem. It's not any harder. Okay, so you kind of look first at what they've given us. They told us the circumference. Okay, so they've told us the circumference, which again, I'm just going to write down the generic formula. Circumference is 2 times pi times r. Okay, and they're going to want us to find, first of all, we want to find the radius, and then we'll use the radius to find the area. So let's go ahead and plug in our circumference. This was our 26 pi. So that's our circumference is equal to 2 times pi times r. Okay, this time I am just going to divide by a 2 pi. Okay, again, if you're doing this with a calculator, just make sure to put the 2 pi in parentheses when you divide with the 2 pi. Otherwise, you could divide it by 2 and then divide it by pi. Just take it 2 steps and that'll be fine too. All right, so the pi's divide off. Pi divided by pi is just 1. 26 divided by 2 is 13. So 13 is going to be our radius right there. Okay, now in our last problem we are done, we circled the radius and we are finished. But this time again, it's not asking for the radius, it's asking for the area. So we're going to plug this in one more time to our area formula. Remember, from above, the area is equal to pi times r squared. Okay, so when we plug that in right here, we're just going to plug it in for our r. We still have that pi. We're just going to times it by 13 squared. Well, 13 squared is 169 times pi. So that would be a fantastic answer. Again, if you want to get a rounded answer, you could do 169 pi in your calculator, and it will tell you that it is 530.9. So either one of those answers will be correct on an assignment or on a quiz. All right, last example. Are we so excited here? Let's do orange. Okay, so this time they're asking us to find the circumference. Okay, so they're wanting the C, but they give us, before you start with the C, you want to start with what they give you. Okay, so look at the last part of the problem. They gave you the area. So last time we started with the circumference. This time we're starting with the area because that's what we know. So remember, area is equal to pi times r squared. We're just going to plug this in for our area. Okay, so our area, which was 289 pi, is equal to pi r squared. Super. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and try and get r all by itself. So r is squared and it's multiplied to this pi right there. Let's undo that multiplication first. We're going to just divide both sides by pi. So my pi divided by pi just gives me 1r squared or r squared. And the pi over here divides to 1 too. So I'm just left with 289 is equal to my radius squared. Now, when we go to undo this square, remember, we're just trying to find the opposite or the inverse operation. We're trying to undo that by taking the square root of both sides. And your calculator knows the square root of every number. The square root of 289, it tells me is 17. So 17, and then it undoes that square right there and just turns it into my radius. So radius is 17. Again, earlier that would have been the answer, but we're now going to use that radius to find our circumference. Okay, so now we're going to remember our circumference is 2 times pi times r, and just plug in that 17 for our r. So we have a 2 times pi times 17. And that simplifies right here. What is 2 times 17? That's 34 times pi. Okay, so that would be a super answer. You could also put that into your calculator, and 34 pi is approximately 106.8 right there. All right, that's us for examples. Let me know if you need any help on any of the homework problems.